Widow to Bambos Charalambous.
Shireen Abu Aqla was a veteran correspondent for al-Jazeera's Arabic news channel, and on Wednesday the 11th of May she was killed while covering Israeli army raids in the city of Jenin in the northern occupied West Bank. Her killing has been widely condemned by world leaders, the UN and members of civil society, and it has shocked the world. The killing of Shireen Abu Aqla is not only an outrageous act, but an attack on the freedom of the media and the independence of journalists working around the world, playing a crucial role in reporting conflicts, seeking truth and telling stories of those affected. On Friday, deeply disturbing footage was released following Shireen's funeral. The scenes of violence at the funeral were appalling, and Israeli police were seen firing tear gas at mourners and attacking them with batons, almost causing the pallbearers to drop the coffin, nearly sending it crashing to the ground. The attacks on mourners were indefensible and only heightened demands for justice and pain felt by Shireen's family. The Labour Party unequivocally condemns the violence by Israeli forces. International law and human rights must be upheld, and we stand with all those demanding accountability for the killing of Shireen, and there must be an urgent, independent and impartial inquiry to secure this. More widely, we'll continue to support justice and the protection of human rights of Palestinian people and a sovereign Palestinian state alongside a secure Israel. Tensions in the region were already high. Israel has seen a number of deadly terrorist attacks, and both Israelis and Palestinians have been killed in what has been the worst wave of violence and attacks in Israel in years. We're deeply concerned that Shireen's death and the treatment of mourners at her funeral could spark further cycles of violence. So I therefore ask the Minister whether she's made any representations to her Israeli counterparts on the killing of Shireen Abu Aqla, whether the Minister will condemn the violence at Shireen's funeral, and finally whether she can confirm whether her department will stand up for international law and human rights by encouraging an independent inquiry to the killing of Shireen Abu Aqla so that we can ensure that there is accountability for her death.
Minister.
Well, can I thank the honourable gentleman for his comments. He's absolutely right that Shireen's death was outrageous and shocked the world. And he's also right to speak about the very disturbing scenes at her funeral. It is so important that mourners are paid respect, that they're paid dignity, and actually that the deceased is shown respect and shown dignity. And this was immediately called out over the weekend also by my co-minister, Lord Ahmed, who was immediately stated about this. He's asked about the investigation, and what we're doing is working with other members at the UN Security Council to give that very firm statement that we want this investigation. It needs to be immediate, it needs to be thorough, and also, crucially, it needs to be impartial. Thank you very much.
Bob Blackman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank